So today I'm going to be talking about some metal stories from concerts that I've been to or whatever. I just realized it's been well over a week since I've uploaded. Here I am again. I didn't upload last week because fuck you, I didn't. Took some time off, had my birthday and shit, so here we are now. Let's fucking do it. So this first story comes from I guess I'll start off with like the bigger venue, bigger band story. It's from an Iron Maiden show. So I went to the show. I had seats, in the seats, not like it up at front or in the lawn or anything. Medium seats, decent seats. Nothing outstanding or anything. And outside the venue, these guys are walking around. They're like, "Hey man, we got an extra fucking pit pass." It's called a pit pass. I guess that's what it's called for the in front part. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll take it. So I got free. I guess you could call them free. I still had to pay for the regular ticket that I already had. Technically, free tickets to up front on Iron Maiden. I got pretty fucking close to Eddie and shit. But the guy behind me in an Anthrax shirt tried to start a mosh pit. I would have gotten in the pit too. He got kicked out for God knows why. He got kicked out, I guess, for trying to start a mosh pit. Like, it's a metal show. I don't know why you'd get mad at him for starting a mosh pit. I feel like that's something that's expected when you're at a metal show. But that was about it. Saw Iron Maiden. That's it for that story. Now, this next story comes from Maryland Death Fest. Probably a lot of my stories are going to come from Maryland Death Fest. But, so the guitar player for one of the bands, I don't remember, is more of a silly, laid-back sort of band called Hummingbird of Death. I don't know if you've heard of them. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but they're a little, just more funny on the edge, like, funny type shit. But their guitarist is up there. He's playing and shit. The guy in the front row has a giant foam green cowboy hat and hands it to him, and he fucking wears it for a couple songs. And also during that set, I yelled, I was up front, right in the middle up front, I yelled, "Play Mary Had a Little Lamb," and so the bass player did, and then flipped me the bird, which I found quite amusing. And there was also a guy in a chicken suit that set, and ripped off the head of the chicken suit and threw it on stage. I found that pretty funny. Also at Maryland Death Fest, this fucking guy, don't know, he had like a broken leg, and he was in a wheelchair, and he wanted to crowd surf, and we got him up onto the stage. I was ran over, his wheel right down like the middle of my head there, but it was well worth it. That was a pretty good part of the show. I really enjoyed that show. I don't remember which band it was. Might have been The Accused or Low Life Cryptic Slaughter, whatever you want to fucking call them. But it was one of the bands closing the day. Definitely not DRI, though, because I remember DRI set fondly. But speaking of The Accused, I did get to meet the lead singer of The Accused. After the set, got a set list from them, maybe? No, I did not get a set list from them. I got a set list from two bands that day. I got one from, what the fuck was their name? I don't remember, but they were pretty Hellbent. That's the name of the band. They were decent. Got a set list from them. Got the whole band to sign it too, which was pretty cool. And I also got a set list from Low Life, aka Cryptic Slaughter, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Got a set list from them too. Yeah, that was that set. That was pretty cool. Now I do have one last story from Maryland Death Fest. And it's a good one. So this drunk guy, okay, never mind. I'll start over. This guy was stage diving, and I caught him. He landed on me, right? Stage dive, typical stage diving shit. But this drunk guy with a beard was like, "You okay, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I'm okay. This shit happens all the time at underground shows. Like, it's not underground, but shows in a venue like the Baltimore Sound Stage with no barrier." And, and he goes up to me, brings me in close, and gives me a big old smooch on the forehead. Big drunk guy with a beard does that. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. And so I'm up front at this show for whatever the fuck the band is called. DRI, I don't know why I forgot that. But DRI, and the guy, I usually don't stage dive if I'm up front at the show, but if I'm anywhere else in the crowd, I'll probably try to stage dive. But he goes, "You want to go up, man?" And since I'm up front, I don't want to, but before I have time to answer, he lifts me up onto the stage. I'm like, I guess I'm going. So I stage dove on the other side during Suit and Tie Guy. That's when it was. The solo of Suit and Tie Guy. And got in the pit. It was pretty cool. For the DRI show. That was my first DRI show, I think, too. It was wicked. So this next story comes from a Municipal Waste show. I go to see Municipal Waste. I try to see them at least once a year. Obviously, I could not see them this year due to COVID-19, but this is a pretty good show. Toxic Holocaust opened, and Haunt. It was also going to be High on Fire, but for, I think, medical reasons, one of their members couldn't go, so they had to drop out of the tour. Couldn't get anybody else to play. I think I emailed Havoc. I think I tried to get Havoc. I don't know why they would even read that, like a month before the show, and then say, sure, we'll go from wherever the fuck we are to play one show. I don't know. It was a stretch for me, but I tried. I tried there. But anyway, at the show, Toxic was sick. It was a Toxic Holocaust show. I mean, it is what it is. This is a sick show. Every time it's a sick show. Joel Grind puts on a sick show every time. But it's more about the Municipal Waste part. People were stage diving a lot, like always. I didn't because I was up front, so I wasn't going to. But somebody loses a fucking necklace type thing. I still have it. Hold up. Let me go get it. This thing. This fucking weird ass Party City dollar store necklace thing. Somebody loses it, and Scotty Rue, Tank Crimes Records owner, and he was working with Waste as the roadie kind of guy, stagehand kind of guy. Picks it up and puts it right on me like this. Without the hat, I didn't have the hat, so it just sort of went. It went a lot smoother when he put it on me. It didn't get stuck like that because of the back of the brim. But put it on me, and it was pretty cool. Not much to that story except for Scotty Rue, great guy. And I have one more Municipal Waste story, and it's not a very interesting one. This could happen to literally anybody if you try, but if you have the patience to do it, it takes like a couple minutes. It's not that hard. But waited after the show for the crowd to die down a bit. Got Scotty Rue to ask for a set list. He handed it to me. And if you do this, because I guarantee it will always happen to you if you do this, if you go around back to like where the buses are and shit, there will probably be one or two of the members there, and you'd be able to meet them. And luck would Havoc. Luck, not Havoc. I fucking wish I got to meet Havoc, but it's also pretty good. Got to meet Nick Poulos, the other guitarist from Municipal Waste. I guess you could just say the newer one, who is not Ryan Waste. Got to meet him and sign my set list. So that was pretty cool. Dave Witt was also there, but he was doing a lot of unpacking, or a lot of packing up, so I didn't really feel like bothering him when he was putting his entire kit away, because that just seems like a dick move to do. The man's Yeah, he was putting away a lot of shit, so I just didn't want to get in his way there. So got Nick Poulos though, got a signature on a set list now, and got to meet him. So that was pretty cool. Those are my stories from concerts. That's about it. See ya. Peace.